What do you think of the draw then?
Talking to me or James?
Both of you. Well, first of all, you.
I'm very excited by it. I think it's brilliant for the players. I think it's a reward for all the hard work and effort and the quality they've shown in the qualifying campaign. And the three other teams are big names for us, great challenges, and I'm really excited and looking forward to it.
At this stage, do you feel it's a draw that you can, or a group that you can progress from?
Well, look, being part of Rangers, it doesn't matter who the opponents are. You always go into the game to try and win. You know, we'll never set up to draw or to keep a score down. We'll try and be as positive as we can be. You know, we feel like we're building something special here, and these are the type of games that we feel like we all want to be part of. I think it's fantastic for the supporters, and we'll go into the games full of confidence and belief that we can go and get the right results to progress. That's the way you've got to front it.
At the start of June, at the start of pre-season, you targeted getting to the group stages, and maybe a lot of people didn't appreciate how difficult a road it was going to be. Is it as much a sense of relief as anything else, the fact that you managed to get there?
I suppose there's a little bit of relief just because of how the last game was last night, and how what we had to do to get over the line, what the players had to go through. So there is a bit of relief in there, but you know, when we joined up on the 15th of June, we made it clear that this was the first thing as a squad and a team that we could achieve together, and we were all prepared to buy into what was needed to go and achieve that. But it's down to James and the players, who deserve all the credit. They're the ones that have took all the information, all the game plans and the tactics on board in a short space of time. You know, these are the players that were doing doubles, sometimes treble sessions in Spain, in a very tough climate to get fit. And you've seen the fitness last night, in the last 30 minutes of that game. So the players deserve all the credit, but the big picture is this is so important for the club financially, and also for the supporters to be back in Europe, so everyone's delighted.
How do you then roll this momentum into Sunday, which is the biggest game in Scottish football, and even at this early stage, people are saying this could set the tone for how the league season's going to go?
People are always wanting to set the tone, aren't they? And people are always wanting to magnify how big this game is, and we appreciate it, we respect it. But for us, it was about treating this window as the first block of the season. Obviously, last night was magnificent for everyone connected, and everyone's back in a good place. We had a little bit of a bump in the road at Motherwell, late doors, and the idea was to get the good feeling back, and you know, we wanted to go into this game in a good place, and we're going in a good place. We're confident. It's all about recovery now and trying to get energy back in the legs, trying to freshen up mentally for the challenge on Sunday. It's a big game against a tough team. I obviously know the manager and the coaching staff at Celtic very well, who I respect a lot. But we're going there, you know, confident and really looking forward to the challenge.
James is one of very few players in this squad who knows what it's like to beat Celtic. Is that a problem for you going into this game, that you have so little experience in your squad of winners in an Old Firm game?
It's a difficult question, but I think we're going into the game with a lot of experienced players, even though they mightn't have Old Firm experience. Yes, it's a big game, it's a big derby, but I have got players within the group and the squad that have played in front of big crowds before. They've already had a lot of experience playing in front of a big crowd at Ibrox, so they're used to playing under pressure with demand. But yeah, of course, it's an away game. We're playing against the team that have won the treble back to back. So we're aware of the size of the challenge.
You've obviously played in a lot of big matches. Where does this rank amongst those?
This is a big game for me, of course it is. I'm going into the first Old Firm, so it's going to be a new experience for me, and one that I'm really looking forward to. But I don't think I can compare it to being a player, although I wish I was playing in it. But unfortunately, them days are gone.
Is this the type of atmosphere that you feel you and the players will relish?
I can't wait for it. This is where I wanted to be as a player. This is where I want to be as a manager. I always want to compete against the best. I'm going up against the top manager from a personal point of view. My team are going up against a good team. And we're going into a stadium which is renowned for a top atmosphere. If that doesn't float your boat, then I shouldn't be sitting behind this desk.
You've been to these games as well. What did you make of them? Was there something that stood out about it that was maybe different from other games you've been to?
Well, I think the first thing that comes into your thinking is obviously the atmosphere, the start of the game. You always know Celtic teams are renowned for coming out the blocks very quick. Like a lot of big clubs that I've experienced playing for or against, they always want to try and get the crowd in their favour and behind the team and start the game very well. So it's very important that my players are ready from the first whistle and we're not caught cold.
Obviously Rangers are used to having a big support wherever they go, even in European games, but because of the way the situation is now, these games there's going to be a smaller away support. Is that important then, that you do stick together on the pitch? And
we'll always try and stick together wherever we are and what challenge is through in front of us. Of course we'd like more support there, of course, that goes without saying, but what we do know is that we'll have support all around the world. We landed last night at 1:30 in the morning and there was thousands of people there ready to get behind the team and support the team. The support's incredible here, so even though we won't have big numbers in the stadium, the players will be well aware that we'll be getting support from all over the place, and the idea will be to try and get a result that makes them proud.
is that an eye-opener then, the welcome at the airport?
Yes, it was a surprise, that late, 1:30 in the morning, there's thousands of people there. But it just goes to show what they've gone and achieved together, from where they were 12 months ago to the feeling amongst the supporters now. The players have really dug deep to get the supporters back where we want them, so it's credit to the players.
In terms of transfers, what's the latest on Grezda?
I'm not sure whether I should tell you this, but we've just had the green light on a work permit.
Excellent. Are you looking to do more business? You've obviously brought in Joe Worrell, but are you looking to do more business before the window shuts?
I'm always looking. It doesn't shut till 12, so there's plenty of time.
Late night?
Possibly.
Also, there's been suggestions that a couple of clubs are going to come in for Alfredo. What would your message be to those clubs?
Don't bother. Don't waste your time.
No offer at all would be considered, is that pretty categoric?
That's a question you'd have to ask my board. They make the decisions on numbers and decisions, and then it filters down to me. But if you're asking me, do I want Alfredo to leave in this transfer window, the answer is no.
Is it far too late in the day to be getting a replacement and considering that a bit for him?
A replacement for Alfredo?
Alfredo at this stage, if you were to say.
You won't find one.
In terms of, I know you touched on this last night in Russia, do you have any qualms at all about throwing him in on Sunday given what happened last night?
No.
Do you clearly trust him then to go into a game of that high intensity?
Yes. Yeah, I do trust him a lot.
Do you then need to speak to him and kind of manage him in terms as a personality, because he's clearly a talented player, but
They're decisions that you have to make as a manager, but I don't think I need to tell you when I speak to my players and where to do it and what I say to them in private. That'll be between myself and Alfredo. That might have already happened. It might happen even more in the future. We'll have to wait and see.
James, can I ask you, it's relating to what I asked Stephen a few moments ago, you've got experience of beating Celtic, but the last 2 times you stepped on the pitch with them, they've put 9 goals past Rangers. How easy is that for you as a player to wipe that from your mind?
Well, it's a completely different team this season, so those games are in the past. We've got a complete new team, new defensive line. Obviously Griggsy and net, we've done outstanding since the start of the season. Defensively, as he's shown, even with 9 men last night, we've been resilient. So coming into this game, I know that we've got a much stronger defence going into it. So those games before have not phased us one bit now.
Kyle and Alan know what it's like to win at Celtic Park. How important, therefore, will their experience be on Sunday?
I think what the gaffer touched on it, we've got a lot of experience in the squad, but we laugh, and Griggs, they've always got the experience at Parkhead, so it'll play vital into it in the game. But we've got great leaders in the team who can manage the game really well, and I don't doubt when called upon, the lads will stand up to it.
There's been a lot of new signings at the club. Have you at all had to, explain to them the sort of magnitude of this game?
I think the boys, before they would have even came here, they would have known how the magnitude of the game. I think you have to be on game day, and obviously the lead up to the game, you truly feel the magnitude of the game, and I think the boys will experience that on Sunday. But you know, I think the boys are more than prepped to go into Sunday and put in a good shift.
You've obviously played under different managers here, been part of very different squads with players going in and out. Do you feel that this squad is the one that's sort of best prepared for, you know, going to Celtic Park and getting a result?
I believe so. You know, this is a season that I've felt that I'm really excited of what the future brings. You know, I feel like this is the strongest team I've played with since I've been here, so I feel confident, and I'm sure the boys will put in a great display, and you know, we'll just have to see what happens on the day.
Any injury news, any team news come back?
Injury news, no, nothing new to report on that front. We're in decent shape. As I say, it's just about obviously recovery and trying to get as much energy into the squad as we can.